our day one coverage of PAX Prime, and here we are at Firefall with the Firefall cosplayers.
I'm Typhon.
And I'm Morningstar.
And this is Firefall.
Yeah!
Hey, this is DizzyPW continuing our day one coverage of PAX Prime, and I am here with
David Williams.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And we're going to be covering Firefall. So our last major coverage on Firefall, you might remember, was back at PAX East in Boston.
Yep.
A lot has changed over that time, and we're going to get an intro on all the change, the new maps, the new Founders Pack coming out, everything. Take it away.
Well, a couple months ago, we decided we really wanted to ramp up the skill aspect of the game. There was a couple of things. We thought Firefall was a little too easy to master. You know, games are supposed to be easy to learn and hard to master. We thought the skill ceiling for Firefall wasn't as high as we wanted it to be, because we really believe in Firefall as an esports game.
Yeah, definitely.
So we took a look at like even things as simple as our basic movement speeds. Those got ramped up quite a bit, 30-40%. Our jump jets now are almost 300% more efficient than they used to be, so it's a lot more fun. You can stay in the air a lot longer. So a lot of those basic assumptions for how the game should feel and play, we went right after them. But we also went after
the huge class change.
Absolutely. Yep. One of our classes used to be called the medic. We tossed the medic out. We rebuilt the class from the ground up as what we call a biotech. And the biotech doesn't have those continuous heals that the medic had. He does have some healing capability, but it's burst healing. So the other team can sort of work around it and time it and try and figure out. It's much more of a tactical situation. But if you're going to take something away, you got to give something too. And the biotech can use those same nanites that he uses for healing. He can use them for poisons as well now. So he's very much a toxin style player now. Our engineer used to be very static. He would sit in one place, sort of build up a nest, and then hope that the fight came to him. And for a game that's as mobile as Firefall, it just wasn't as much fun as we really wanted it to be. So we took all of his abilities and we shrunk them down, and we made them a lot more temporary, so that, you know, he tosses out a turret and it doesn't have a lot of health, but the refresh on it, his cooldown on that ability is really short. So we can run to a new area, toss down a turret, toss down a force field, toss down a mine, control the area for a little while, and then they all go away and he moves to a new area, and he doesn't feel like he has to stay in that area because he invested all of his time building up that one area.
The movement changes, it wouldn't make sense for him.
Exactly right, exactly right. So yeah, so all of those changes all kind of work together. A lot of our weapons and abilities were also got tweaked to make them more skill dependent. You know, we want the game to be easy to pick up and play, but we want those top end players, those pro players, to really be able to show off that level of skill and that level of expertise. So, like I said, a lot of the changes came around the classes. We also built several new maps for esports and PvP. We've got 2 new team deathmatch maps that have been in the last few months. We've got a brand new area in the open world that we've added, as well as our first vehicle mission is available in the Trans Hub. Obviously the players are really excited. They want more of the vehicles. We're expecting actually to have our open world vehicles be running around really quite soon now. And in fact, one of the vehicles is available in our Founders Packs, and our Founders Packs are here at the show for the first time, which we're pretty excited about. Yeah,
tell us about that. Like, this has been forever the elusive beta game that people talk about, but no one really. I had to ask one of the people in my forums just to get in. It was that hard to get in.
Yeah.
And now it sounds like you guys are finally nearing the actual launch of the game.
Sure.
It must be exciting. What's going on?
Oh, very exciting. Just last week, we opened up the in-game store for the first time, so we can test that along with the players. Really good response so far. As most people I know, but I always like to reiterate, our in-game store is about aesthetics and convenience. We do not sell power. We don't sell off content. You know, we're not going to velvet rope you off from your friends. Everyone's always going to be able to play together. But we're selling our first, aesthetic items. Like, I bought a new tiki mask for my guy and a straw hat that I like quite a lot. So a lot of those items are available. And here to show at PAX, we're debuting our Founders Packs for those people who want to be in at the ground floor, show themselves off as the people who really helped support Red 5 from the beginning. The Founders Packs are available both online as well as here at the show, so you don't have to be at the show. They include a bunch of aesthetic bonuses, you know, tiki masks, that sort of thing, as well as some permanent XP bonuses at 3 different tiers for the ensign level, lieutenant level, and commander level, as well as some exclusive visual items, including, like I said, the commander level, you get a special version of our LGV. That's the light ground vehicle. It's our big motorcycle. The commander gets sort of a chopper version of the LGV.
And so now that launch is coming, it must be esports soon to come. What do you guys have planned in the near future for that?
Well, absolutely. We had our first esports tournament at Gamescom over in Europe. It was fantastic. It went really well. Some really terrific matches. It's actually fun because we saw some great matches between some professional teams as well as some teams that just came out of our community. They met in line in the game and they went head to head with those pro teams, and it created some really incredible matches and blew away one of the pro teams, in fact. exciting. You know, I think it shows our commitment to esports. We really believe in Firefall as an esports game. So we're going to be having ladders and tournaments and all of that all throughout next year. Absolutely.
Sounds really exciting. And I hear we might actually have some of these founders packs to give out. Is that true?
Well, I don't know anything about that. I'm guessing that you are, but I'm not the kind of guy who gets them away. I got a few for myself and one for my girlfriend and one for my dad, but I don't have any I can give you, I'm afraid.
The perks of working in the company, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm